Well, good morning. It is Wednesday, I almost said August, October 14th, and we're here for our morning devotion. Today's is Psalm 49. It's entitled The Folly of Trust and Riches. Hear this, all you peoples. Give ear, all inhabitants of the world, both low and high, rich and poor together. My mouth speaks wisdom. The meditation of my heart shall be understanding. I will incline my ear to a proverb. I will solve my riddle to the music of the harp. Why should I fear in times of trouble? When the iniquity of my persecutors surround me, those who trust in their wealth and boast of the abundance of their riches. Truly, no ransom avails for one's life. There is no price one can give to God for it, for the ransom of life is costly, can never be suffice, that one should live forever and never see the grave. When you look at the wise, they die. Fool and dolt perish together and leave their wealth to others. Their graves are their homes forever, their dwelling place to all generations, though they named lands their own. Mortals cannot abide in the pomp that they are animals that perish. Such is the fate of the foolhardy, to the end of those who are pleased with their lot. Like shepherd, they are anointed for Sheol. Death shall be their shepherd. Straight to the grave they descend, and their form shall waste away. Sheol shall be their home. But God will ransom my soul with the power of Sheol, and God will receive me. Do not be afraid when some become rich, when the wealth of their house increases. For when they die, they will carry nothing away, and their wealth will not go down with them. Though in their lifetime they count themselves happy, for you are praised when they do well for yourself. They will go to the company of their ancestors, who will never again see the light. Mortals cannot abide in the pomp. They are like the animals that perish. And so what we have here is pretty straightforward and pretty simple. You can't take your riches with you when you die. And so right at verse 7, truly no ransom avails for one's life. There's no price one can give to God for it. So no matter how much you make, you're never going to be able to pay off God. We all must die at some point. Do not be afraid when some become rich and in the wealth of their house increases, for when they die, they carry nothing away. Their wealth will not go down with them again. All that wealth, all that riches, all that power, all that stuff that we create and gather in our lives, we cannot take with us. Sure, we can leave to others, but the point behind this is what to do with that wealth. One, we don't fall in love with that wealth as if that is the most important thing in our lives, the riches being the most important thing. The point here is to relieve yourself of some of that wealth. Get rid of it. Can't take it with you. You can't pass all of it on. So the point of this psalmist here is saying, remove yourself from the wealth. From that wealth only leads to Sheol, to use their language. So only leads to the dark side of death, the underworld. Always leads to a place of darkness. It doesn't do you any good to accumulate all this stuff in this world if ultimately at the end of your life you're just going to be in darkness. Don't fear if you have wealth. That's probably not a bad thing. It's what you do with that wealth and how you treat others with that wealth. Do you love that wealth or do you despise that wealth? Just take heed from this passage that no matter what you do, you will go down in darkness. And where you live in that darkness matters with what you do with your wealth.